That happened to me too. Down screws. I made my guitars based on Japanese warriors. I had a lot of problems naming them. Yeah, that was one of those things as well, where when I started drafting the well, the product what became the production models, naming things has always been somewhat problematic. But I kind of had a vague idea of what I wanted, and Jay is my go-to guy for coming up with ideas. So basically, I kind of like the idea of going with Greek mythology for names and stuff. And I always liked the ring of Icarus. I always liked that sort of name. So what ended up happening is Icarus and Daedalus. Jay's suggestion to go for Daedalus, and I think it works very well. They somehow fit the guitar shapes, if that makes any sense. And I'm very glad that we decided to go with this sort of direction. Then the first multi-string that IP made was called Gaia. So now I need to think of what I'm gonna make, because I really do. I asked about it on Instagram as well. I do want to try and see if I can make the Scum into a production multi-string. So I would need a name for that, which would still work with the rest of them. So Greek mythology, something like that. Um, yeah, naming stuff. It's hard. Another thing that I was like having a lot of difficulty with was naming my colors or my color options for staining and stuff. But I got there. I figured out the colors and I figured out the names for things. But when it comes to guitar building and things that are difficult, or just like, yeah, sure, naming your products, that's always somewhat of a hassle. Trying to figure out what kind of serial, if you're doing serial numbers, what kind of serial numbers you're going to do. But headstock shapes, man, that is freaking nightmare trying to come up with headstock shapes. Took me a long time to get mine done the way I wanted them to, but now that I have done them, I am very pleased with them. The Icarus headstock is, well, I like reverse headstocks. I tried to keep it so that the curves flow, but so that it isn't too pointy. Familiar, but not, too pointy. Yes, I do realize that it looks like a lot of other brands, but it is also based very much on two headstocks that I have done previously, which is the Ruby guitar and the Scum. And this is kind of an amalgamation of the two. There, you can actually see a little better the Ruby shape in there. This also, not a straight line. This is a slight curve. So I really like that one. And then the 3-a-side headstock was a little bit more. Don't worry, this template will never get used again. It is not great. That's why I made the new ones. But this headstock took a lot of working out. This curve came pretty easy, and I've always liked this sort of feel. And then just the connecting lines worked out a little bit better on the new template than they did on this, but you get the basic idea. And had it like this originally, but then very quickly noticed I did it on the Wrath at first, but having it reversed from that side, this ended up looking a whole lot better. So this is basically what we're going to go for. And, together they work pretty well. The new one, I think, swoops up ever so slightly more. But yeah, very much I do realize that this is the Icarus is very Ibanez or Solar guitars, and I realize that this is very, I guess, Schectery in its shape. But there are no original ideas. We'll go with that.